What's up, Reject Nation? I'm Greg Alba.
I am John Humphrey.
We are going to watch Supernatural Season 3 bloopers because at our Patreon, we have made it to Season 4, baby, and it's been awesome. At our Patreon, we do weekly Q&As, and we also do TV show reaction stream-alongs for several shows. Some of them are complete, some are in progress right now, and those are Cobra Kai Season 2, Haunting a Hill House Season 1, Gotham just made it to Season 4 there, Stranger Things Season 3, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There are several shows that we have stream-alongs for. Stream-along meaning you sync up with the time code. There's also the option for these ones where we do reaction highlights included. So 10 minutes worth footage included, so you don't have to worry about the syncing up. And those are Supernatural, of course, our most viewed show over at Patreon, Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. We are continuing My Hero Academia this week, Season 4, baby, but we also covered the movie as well. Death Note, Code Geass, One Punch Man, Hunter, and he does music video coverage weekly. So, yeah, let's watch these bloopers now that Season 3 is done.
Turn on the news.
What? These are bloopers?
Hey, Mark. KLMB.
You're taller in person. I got that one.
You know what I'm trying to decide?
Whether Cialis will fix that little condition of yours?
What to have for dinner tonight.
What? Cialis. What did I say?
How do you know that, Phil?
She slaughtered your precious little virgin plus 100.
Oh, that can't be good.
She slaughtered your precious little virgin plus. Do you know what I say when I feel like swearing? Fudge. Throw Lilith off your tail.
Son of a bitch!
I'm sorry. I thought I just heard you say you were stupid enough to let the quote get slipped out of your damn it. Your spell will vaporize every demon.
Okay, so what's the plan? Open the doors, let them all in, and we fight like men in tights. I love you, Dean.
Wait, no, come back! Dean! Come back! I love you.
I love you too.
What?
I miss your musk.
Okay.
Oh, sweet Peter on a popsicle stick. I love you too. They're here.
Not going anywhere.
The hell we're not. Naomi.
I want a whole episode like this. Oh, yeah. It's my new phone wallpaper.
Oh, gee, crap. Whoa! Whoa!
That was it. I got a line, you moron.
There's amulets in the should I just go straight?
I'm at 1.5 million and on the very bad side of it. I'm starting it all over again, not feeling stopping.
That's bizarre, even for us.
25 Echo, take one. Be on me, Parker.
They're a lot more comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
You can do me in the morning, you can do me in
Is that like Zoolander face?
Yeah.
Blue steel?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, that's gonna make the movie.
Oh, it's
they do
green
it.
screen head.
I like.
Borat.
I'm telling you, none of this is. I'm calling.
The spirit had a message for you. Run like hell. Sorry.
Good now.
Oh my
I was just warming
goodness.
Yeah.
Hello. And. Thanks. How'd you do that? You're 100 miles away. Thanks.
Ha. Ha.
Wow.
Undercranked.
Yes. Actually, the Easter Bunny is a pagan fertility symbol.
We willing to take that chance?
Are we gonna?
Are we?
Take that?
I love that episode.
Chance?
I love
So
this whole
let's say
episode.
Bobby was working a job. He was looking into the doc's death. And, all right, so let's say the doc. All right, so let's say Bobby was.
I'm looking at a good doctor myself. Love some mouthwash.
It's alcoholic.
You take enough of it, with enough practice, you become a regular Freddie Prinze Jr. Because dream root is serious mojo. If you take enough of it, with enough practice, you can become a regular Freddie Prinze Jr.
Feels like a bad impression of somebody doing a bad impression.
What?
I'm sorry. You have to do that every shot.
Ghost daughter.
Did you stunt Ed McMahon?
Joke all you want, smartass. But I know the truth.
Nah. Well, I'm just gonna go blow my brains out.
Read his lips on that one.
Aw, good times at the El Royale, I say. So after they were done filming season 3, I think Jared Padalecki went down to his favorite bar in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And was on great behavior
Definitely.
the whole time.
Definitely didn't get any altercations.
Yeah.
Never was on TMZ.
And nor will he ever be.
Ever.
We do not need to cancel Jared Padalecki.
No, not
I'm
yet.
saying that.
What's the latest on that? Do we know the latest on that?
He was like drunk. He was pretty out of line, but he was like, I saw the TMZ video. He was pretty like, he was wasted.
He looked drunk.
It wasn't just like he had a few drinks in him.
He
was
looked wasted.
He was wasted. The best behavior did not come out of him.
Getting in fights. He just misses fighting. He misses saving people, hunting things.
I didn't live in Texas, but I was just like, yeah, all my friends from Texas. This seems like a Texas weekend.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's fine. He's just doing Texas stuff. Why not?
Texas guy at a Texas bar, and he got really wasted.
It's fine.
Got in a fight with some guys that are friends of his too. I don't really remember the details, but I just remember reading it and then going, no, people know we don't need to cancel this guy.
Of all the when I heard he was in the news, I was like, oh no. And then of all the circumstances, I was like, yeah, I mean, bad behavior. You should figure this out. This is this is not a problem. But at the same time, this doesn't seem like a
out of hand bar brawl, whatever.
Black soul offense.
Yeah. Hey, watching this is great. So you do see a difference actually, because we watched the season 2 bloopers a couple months ago. Watching this one, there is a difference. They did seem like they were having fun and they were comfortable with each other, but they seem exceptionally more loose by the time they reach season 3. The way they interact with the crew, how they interact with each other, that whole reoccurring bit I really enjoyed. Of I love you, Sam. I love you, Dean. I love you, Sam. I love you, Dean. Is great. They never say that to each other in the show,
right?
But you know that's the underlying emotion in all the scenes they have with each other.
And how different the show would be if they capped off all the scenes with that.
Yeah.
Just like, before you go out and hunt this demon, I love you.
Well, I've said it before, you know, like I kind of wish they weren't brothers because I totally ship them.
I would ship the shit out of them.
I would love for those two to hook up. I think when they reboot Supernatural, let's see, it's ending now after 15 years. So when they reboot it next year, I think they should make them, either two gay guys,
Adopted brothers.
or sisters.
Adopted
woke
sisters.
times,
Yeah.
woke times, I'd say.
Interracial sisters.
Yup.
But the other thing I noticed
Don't
about
reboot it.
this, no. One thing I noticed about this too, though, that was fun was that the bloopers themselves seemed much more assembled. Like they would cut to reaction shots to sell some of the silly. Like they almost felt like little sketches, which made me wonder: were there two cameras running, or did they just take time in assembling this reel to make some of these play out as though they would in the scene they were shooting, or something like that? Another layer of energy that was a lot of fun, along with the looseness and the familiarity that is clearly, you can see the family vibe, I assume, on this set really developing. Also just a lot of fun to have so many, not that they were the standout moments necessarily, but like so many moments with the guest stars, you know, like Lauren Cohan and Katie Cassidy, and even one or two from Sterling K. Brown I thought was fun, just because you usually are used to the main cast on these things.
Yeah, it always blows my mind when I see how loose they are in scenes that were so heavy and so serious. Yeah, and in that moment, that's the moment when Sterling K. Brown's gets bit, right? He's turned into a vampire, and he just looks at the camera. Acting. Yeah. I guess if you're gonna delve into this ridiculous world of supernatural entities, you gotta have a sense of whimsy about it, even if you have to be incredibly serious.
Yeah, if you're gonna take something so ridiculous so seriously, I think at the back of your mind you have to be able to poke a little fun at yourself.
Seen some Katie Cassidy there as well. I thought it was great. She swears an awful lot.
She does. She's the most swearingest out of this whole thing, except Bobby. He swore a lot.
I don't know when I'm gonna get an opportunity to mention this again on the channel. I've been watching the last season of Arrow, and I think she directed this episode of Arrow. This is the 8th season of Arrow, and she gave a performance, and if you guys watch Arrow also on the CW, she gave it the best performance she's ever given on that whole show. It was great. Made me cry. So yeah, and I've never been moved by her character that much and ever before. I was catching up on Arrow while also watching Supernatural. I found it really easy to hop back and forth watching her on this show and then watching her on Arrow. Like, she's really great at doing two different portrayals, and it does help that in one show she has blonde hair and the other she's a brunette. So yeah.
Well, that's these days I feel like that is a more authentic CW experience anyway, because if you ever wind up watching two shows on that network, chances are you're going to see a lot of the same guest actors.
Yeah, the CW, they reuse their actors a lot.
They have a stable. And they're just like, have you done Riverdale yet? Go do Riverdale. Have you done Arrow? Go do Arrow.
Yeah, that's the way it works, man. All right, guys. Well, go on to our Patreon page if you want to watch our Supernatural reactions over there. Reaction highlights included, like stated earlier. You guys can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. I want to end this with a Patron of the Day shout out to a woman named LB. Because LB, you are our last Patron of the Day shout out in October, so I figure you should be our first in November. Yeah. Al, what I want for you is for one day to get it on at the same time with Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. That way, just back and forth, you hear Sam Dean LB Sam Dean LB.
Yeah, and always in that tandem. You gotta
Yeah.
keep the... It's a ritual. You can actually have a role play going as though it is, a supernatural episode and you're having some kind of erotic exorcism.
So,
Yeah.
that's what I hope for you. Hopefully Christmas comes sooner than later.
Saving people, hunting things.